The eighth legendary team of the Tasmanian Football Hall of Fame is the Latrobe team of 1970. The Latrobe Demons were coached by Tasmanian football icon Darryl Baldock, and their victory over Clarence, the Tasmanian State Premiership final, was the high watermark of Latrobe's golden era from 1969 to 1972.
We'd gone in with a bit more pace that day because we'd learnt from the North Hobart game. And some of our quicker players were able to seize this opportunity and run onto the ball, and we got off to a flying start and put Clarence on the back foot.
This era of sustained success by Latrobe was also arguably the most dominant period for any one club in the history of football on the northwest coast. Latrobe had enjoyed two highly successful eras in the early 1920s and early 1930s, but had not tasted premiership success since 1933. The return of Darryl Baldock from a 7-season stint with St Kilda was rightly treated with great anticipation in 1969, and the hope that he would, at long last, return Latrobe to pre-eminence.
Apart from the fact that he was such a great footballer in his own right, he was a good manager of people, and you would do what Doc asked you to do, and for that reason he always got the best out of people. And that's essentially why he was so successful during those years.
You meet one person in your life that stands out from all the rest, and he was the one, really.
Thought he was a bit old, I thought. But I soon changed my mind. There was a TFL NWFU game at Burnie, and Doc he looked a foot shorter than the players, the opponents around him. And there were plenty of them. Early in the game, there's a mass of what looked like TFL jumpers, no union representation at all, and then out of the pack blasts Darryl Baldock, turns on his left foot and slams through a 50-metre punt to the winning end of West Park Oval. So I changed my mind.
The Demons fans didn't have long to wait, as the Doc was perfectly equipped and qualified to mould talented individuals like John Gillard, Bob Hickman, Dennis Mary Smith, Ken Luxmore and Rod Butler into a consistently winning combination.
Any team that's got Darryl Baldock at centre half forward and John Gillard at centre half back are going to be hard to beat. We had those top players, but we also had the real core of local players, good hard players.
The win in the 1969 NWFU decider over Wynyard began a sequence of 6 consecutive grand final appearances for Latrobe Football Club from 1969 to 1974, and a record-breaking 4 consecutive premierships in the NWFU.
From those successful years, I think people around the town just gained so much confidence and really put in the extra effort to keep the club up and running well.
As well, during this golden era, they annexed the 1970 state title with a win over Clarence, and were runners-up in 1971 and 1972.
The local players just gave their all week in, week out, and that was a secret, I think, of our success. Everybody did their job every week.
The state premiership win in 1970 was the only one in the long and proud history of the Latrobe Football Club.
I think anybody that's lived through that era had a connection, or at least has a connection with the game of football. It's something that they're always happy to talk about, and they're happy to have been part of it.
Yeah, it was a fantastic era.
The 8th legendary team of the Tasmanian Football Hall of Fame is the Latrobe team of 1970.